We'll start with the non-Nokia stuff, just to be different for once. Branded by Sony Ericsson themselves as a concept, the iDo is the code name for a flagship 12-megapixel touchscreen smartphone to be launched in the second half of 2009. Based on Symbian, the version shown at MWC was very early in its development. I really wouldn't hold my breath for this one just yet. Samsung's Omnia HD marries S60 5th edition with a glorious 3.7-inch OLED touchscreen, an 8-megapixel stills camera and, significantly, full 720p HD video recording, plus the usual GPS, Wi-Fi and other Symbian connectivity highlights. I'll have an Omnia HD in for review inside a month, but it may be a little longer before this hits the shops. HTC has announced the Touch Diamond 2 and Touch Pro 2. Both have been massively upgraded to higher resolution WVGA, that's 480 by 800 pixel displays with larger batteries, an innovative zoom bar with push internet, that's the preloading of favourite websites. Surely a bad idea for anyone not on an unlimited data plan. Anyway, featuring a new version of TouchFlow 3D that apparently integrates a bit deeper into Windows Mobile. They're each launching with Windows Mobile 6.1, but will be able to run 6.5 when it becomes available. Interestingly, the Touch Pro 2 is the same tilting display as the old Titan 2 and the imminent Nokia N87, so this will be a battle royal over the summer. Microsoft has shown off Windows Mobile 6.5, though it won't apparently be available until the end of the year. What on earth is taking them so long for a simple facelift? Version 6.5 makes things a bit more finger-friendly with a hexagonal update to the home screen and programs list, including widget support. 6.5 will also include a new version of Internet Explorer Mobile, which has a page minimap, a sliding zoom control, and an Opera-like button bar at the bottom of the screen. Microsoft has also announced its forthcoming My Phone service. This is free for all Windows Mobile 6.x phones and automatically backs up contacts, calendar, tasks, text messages and so on over the network to Microsoft servers. It includes photo and video as well though, so flat rate data strongly recommended. The service comes with 200 megabytes of storage and will be available by the end of the year again. Why so long away? Microsoft again, for the last time, it has announced its own version of a mobile application store, the Application Marketplace, available directly from the menu of Windows Mobile 6.5 phones. So again, we're talking about the end of 2009. The Marketplace will also be available online via a web browser, so you can download applications to your PC before installing them on the phone. Along similar lines, but here rather sooner, is Nokia's vision of an online store. Store on Ovi includes applications, media and even games, and is different in that the content presented is intelligent. The store will apparently customize the available items according to where you are in the world, who your friends are, what you're interested in, and so on. In theory, a step forwards, although until the Ovi store goes live in May, we won't really know how accessible it's going to be to the masses. What happens when you put the Nokia E90's big battery into something that's only 10mm thick, barely more than the battery itself? You get the E55 with a claimed month of standby time. There's also a SureType-like keyboard placing 2 letters on each physical key. It's cheapish too at €265 SIM-free. Possibly the best thing since sliced bread, and possibly a phone form factor that's 2 years behind the rest of the world. And Nokia has arrived at the side-sliding keyboard at last with the E75, the usual connectivity specs from their E-series flagships, but let down a little by the size of the 2.4-inch screen. The E75 also has a 3-megapixel camera and runs the now mature S60 3rd edition Feature Pack 2. A slightly lower key launch preceded MWC. The Nokia 5630 XpressMusic is an S60 3rd edition Feature Pack 2 phone with a music and multimedia focus. It's 12mm thick and just 55 cubic centimeters in volume, with music-focused hardware and software, including the Say and Play enabled music player, plus a non-touch version of the contacts bar from the 5800 XpressMusic. Despite the price, there's 3.5G and Wi-Fi here. The Nokia N86 8 megapixels is really the N85 Take 2 with bells and whistles on, with an upgraded camera now 8 megapixels obviously, and with the N96's kickstand now integrated into the back. It's really the successor spiritually to the N82 in terms of being an imaging flagship. They've done a lot of work under the hood in terms of improving the optics here. I'm really looking forward to testing this. There's no xenon flash though, just upgraded 3rd generation, quotes, LED flash. Looks like my N82's safe for the moment though. I guess I must be a bit of a location-based service nut because I do keep getting excited about new breakthroughs in this area. You see, I firmly believe that our phones should be more intelligent. When we search the internet for something, matches should often be presented according to how far away they are, for example. On the contact side of things, we should be able to see who from our friend circle is around us and what they're up to. Many third-party services have cropped up to allow this, so they work very well up to a point. Nokia's even had 3 bites at this particular cherry, but not even they have had the muscle to get the necessary software on enough handsets to make the system feasible. You see, what good is it if you and your geek friends are on a location-based social network if that's as far as it goes? Until your mainstream non-geek friends are also online in a compatible way, then your social network just isn't anywhere near complete. You'll know where your fellow geek Craig is, but what about your wife, or son, or mum, or office friends? It's going to take a massive blanket approach to get location-based social networking to this point, the point where it becomes useful day to day, rather than a "isn't it cool" technical exercise. It's not quite there yet, but Google's Latitude is the best chance for breaking through in this way so far. It's theoretically completely cross-platform, which means that everyone from the humblest mobile phone user to the geekiest power desktop user can stay registered and located in Latitude. In practice, it's not implemented properly on the desktop yet. The iPhone version can't appear until the next firmware comes out, and the Java version is still missing in action. But the thought's there, and it shouldn't take too long for Latitude's strands to come together. Latitude is built around the ubiquitous cross-platform and just about industry standard Google Maps, which is a good start. On the phone, you just go to google.com/latitude in your mobile web browser and you'll be prompted to download the most suitable version. Here I'm going to be demonstrating Latitude on the Nokia N95. Most people are familiar with the base Google Maps freeware application seen here with the excellent maps, place searching and satellite views. Street View too in some countries. Latitude now appears on the menu in version 3 of Google Maps, so I picked this to see my list of friends. When you first start the application, you're prompted to invite any of your existing Gmail contacts or any other specific email addresses you care to type in. These people then get a link through to installing Google Maps for themselves. Once they've accepted your invitation, they're listed in your Google Latitude friends, whatever device or version of Google Maps they accepted on. Both you and each of your friends can choose from having your phone's cell tower position or GPS set your position, or simply sharing your current city or area generically, or manually setting location, or even just not sharing your location at all. And again, all of this is on a friend-by-friend basis, so the privacy aspect is extremely well worked out. Once set up, you can flick from friend to friend, seeing where they are, or want to pretend they are, in the world, and optionally what they're up to. Coming from Google, Latitude has the potential to succeed where the likes of BuddyPing, Yahoo Fire Eagle, Nokia Chat, Nokia FriendView, and many others have tried and failed in the past. Maybe, just maybe, Latitude can get traction outside geek circles. Which means that one day soon you'll be worrying over why your partner's late home and can simply follow their progress on any convenient phone or computer screen without having to call them or text them. Pretty cool real-world technology, if you ask me. Now here's a really interesting bug. This is the Nokia 5800 XpressMusic S65th edition, etc. And here I'm tapping between tabs in a typical application, in this case contacts. However, let's switch across to settings, stroke themes, which is running in the background, and I'll switch from the standard theme to a very pretty third-party theme, in this case by Pete Zero, Dark Star 09. Great theme, looks great. Now, let's use the task switcher to switch back to contacts and try tapping on the tabs in the UI. They don't work. How is it possible that simply changing the theme can stop parts of the user interface from working? Let's verify that. Let's go back to settings. This time choose a different theme from the same software programmer from Pete Zero, Ice Default. The theme is applied. Let's switch back to contacts and try the tab test again. Everything works fine. Half the themes I've tried on the 5800 XpressMusic work fine, half don't. How is it that simply changing the theme can stop parts of the user interface from working? This is your starter for 10. Any answers would be gratefully appreciated, and I'll report back in this show.